Yo, what's up, Baseball Fan Podcast? We're back again. Mario Ryan, what's going on?
What's up? Podcasting before fucking midnight.
I know, it's so nice.
Hell
The only problem
yeah.
is you have to have a drink during the show, and it's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to be asleep by 10, and that's kind of a problem.
I'm sticking. What the fuck was that? Sorry, I'm sticking with water. Sorry. There's going to be a lot of that because we're watching the Sox and O's game right now.
Are you
And,
behind on the feed?
I am on MLB TV, so
Oh, okay. Because
Nothing
it's on
worse.
ESPN, right?
I know it's on ESPN, but their broadcast is so shitty. Like, I can't.
True.
Wow,
Well, I saw that
that's
throw
real.
into center field like 30 seconds before you did.
Well, you're in the future
I'll,
now.
I'll try not to spoil anything for you.
Yeah, so you're in the future, so I'm going to hear you freak out, and I'm going to be like, oh no. Oh no. What am I about to see?
I'll be
That's
sure
the
to give you a
worst.
nice. I'll be sure to give you a good play-by-play of Machado charging the mound after who was this Hembry plunks him real quick.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like anybody who has MLB.TV will understand, like, if they don't have the notifications turned off, they will, and they're on their phone, they will get the notification of what happened right before. And it's
Yeah.
the absolute worst.
And you can't go
Yeah.
on Twitter while you're watching the game.
Yeah, I'm always on Twitter watching the game, and then I'll see whatever happened, and then I'm pissed.
Exactly. That sounds shitty. But yeah, so you guys are in a little fun week between you two. Speaking of, I saw Ryan Blake's updated profile picture on Facebook. Little New York Yankees logo. That was fun to see. I liked it 3 times. So it'd be great to see if you can go 1 week with your profile pic being the Yankees and the Red Sox logos in the same week. I'd be a huge fan.
Ooh. Well, we're gonna have to hold off on the Red Sox because this one lasts for a month. One of my buddies on this tour is a Yankees fan, and we made a bet for the series. If the Orioles won the series, I got to pick his profile picture and vice versa. And the bet lasts through the end of May because that's when the O's and Yankees play again.
Damn.
Ew, dude, what an awful bet. A month?
Yeah, I was so convinced we were gonna win, and then they blow a 9-1 lead the first game. And it's like, well, shit.
Yeah, that's special.
It was
So-
bad. We were one like Logan Verrett good appearance away from it being probably the most frustrating regular season series of my entire life.
I was at the Saturday game with one of my friends, and he really wanted to see Judge hit a home run. So I hate to admit it, but when Judge hit it, I got up, I high-fived him, and I applauded. And it was a very, very strange feeling, but at the same time, like, fuck the Orioles, so it was like, okay. But Aaron Judge is a monster.
Prepare yourself, Mario. That's all I'll say.
Aaron Judge is real. So a lot of these, I don't buy into the hype with a lot of these guys. Aaron Judge is obviously a physical specimen. It's like for anybody else's line drive single to center field is a home run when it's Aaron Judge on the other end of that stick. Because if he gets a hold of anything with a launch angle over 20 degrees, it's gone.
Yeah. Well, he
Yeah.
also he hits moonshots that are either like 300 feet in the air or they're line drives that get out in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, he's an absolute freak of nature. He's gonna hit like 45 home runs this year. I'm convinced.
He's unbelievable. And the one I saw him hit on Saturday was the other way over the bullpen at Yankee Stadium, which is like, that's stupid power. Like, I don't even know how you do that.
He's ridiculous.
Oh,
I'm
shit, I
so
don't know how to do
upset.
it either, or else I'd probably be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I knew how to do it, I'd be like, all right, peace, guys.
Right.
I'm not looking forward to dealing with him for 10 years.
No. And I'm just like, I'm already so over the Yankees because obviously living in Jersey, like I talk to a lot of Yankee fans, and every time I talk to them, like, oh yeah, it's the new core 4, or fucking this other thing's happening. We're about to win 4 or 5 more World Series, and I'm like, it doesn't work that way. And here they go starting the season 18-5, and I'm like, fuck. Well, maybe it does work that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fucked. At least you guys don't have to worry about the Blue Jays.
Oh
That's
my
true.
God, dude. Like, I don't know, Ryan. How do you feel right now? The Yankees and the Jays are playing. Would you rather the Yankees win or the Jays win?
To be honest with you, I'd rather the Yankees win just because I'm so tired of Jays fans. And we've had a nice few years with the Yankees being out of contention.
And Jays fans, like, they're non-existent right now. I haven't heard from any of them.
Because they're all watching playoff hockey. The season doesn't start for them until August.
Yeah, they're gonna like tune into the Jays and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck happened?"
Yeah. And you're like, wait, I thought we were good.
Yeah, where is everybody?
That's a really good point. As someone outside of the AL East, I've got to say that it's infinitely more fun when it's somebody not named the Yankees. So I'll join in on the Yankee hate train with you.
Yeah. I mean, I would much prefer them to both be awful, but if right now with the way the season ended, especially last year for the Orioles, I will take Yankee success over Blue Jays success.
I'm ticked. I like the Blue Jays. Like back, I think it was like 3 years ago when they had that. 2 years ago when they had the series with Texas. That was two seasons ago, right?
Yeah, 2015.
2015. I was so far up the Jays wagon's ass. It wasn't even funny. Bought a new hat and everything.
I was all about the Blue Jays in 2015 too, but I guess that comes with in 2016 like fighting for the division with them. But I think they just their fans got annoying, and they're the biggest bunch of babies on the planet.
The team or the fans?
The team. Every time a call goes like maybe a little against them or they disagree with a strike call, they bitch and they bitch and they bitch, and nobody's likable on that team. The only likable person on that team was Edwin Encarnacion, and he's with the Indians now. So, like,
which makes
there's nobody
way more likable.
Yeah, there's nobody to root for on that team. Bautista sucks. Donaldson is a fucking bitch. Aaron Sanchez is whiny. Stroman sucks. I don't like any of them.
That's because they have that dumbass hater complex that who gave the entire team. It spread to the entire team.
HDMH, baby.
Right. I'm sure they all have it tattooed on their ass by now.
Probably.
There's nothing I've ever hated more than there is nothing I hate more than the like, fuck everybody, nobody believes in us, us against the world. Like, dude, suck my fucking dick and just go out and play. Like, relax.
Right.
It's not that
they had
serious.
the Toronto against the world shit on their fucking banners in the stadium during those playoffs. And I'm like, dude, I promise you, as an American, none of us give a fuck about Toronto.
Yeah, I don't know. They just all have that little guy complex because, like, I mean, they're not even Canadian. They're just they play in Toronto, and they all have
that's
that.
what the people forget.
Yeah, they're the worst. So, but I mean, nobody's even showing up to the games now because they were watching hockey. But aren't the Maple Leafs knocked out? Shouldn't they be like tuning in a little bit?
I don't know. There's 2 players on that team that could recite the words to the Canadian anthem past "Oh Canada." But yeah, they're all watching hockey. I keep getting Snapchats of like people behind people at the game watching hockey on their iPads, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Although, kind of off topic here, sick fucking video from the NHL yesterday on Instagram when the dude's mic wasn't working and the whole arena sang the U.S. anthem. You guys catch that?
Yeah.
I did not see that.
Pretty badass. See, that would never happen in reverse. You would never get the Canadian anthem here at an American arena. You just would.
Because we don't know it.
Of course. But the whole fucking arena was buzzing with it. And I was like, fuck yeah. And I'm watching these two's faces right now as they're watching this game. And I can see Ryan's face just light up.
Oh, no.
Mario
What's about
just,
to happen?
So confused.
Oh, no.
Just one more run, Mario. It's okay.
Man, we're getting live reaction here. This is great.
Dude, I think Shane was working on a monologue.
Oh!
Who's the third base? Who's your third baseman right now that made that error?
Marco Hernandez.
Marco Hernandez. I was waiting for your reaction on that, but I think Shane was in the middle of a monologue and you didn't want to interrupt it. But that was a Machado inning-ending double play that turned into a run and a continued inning with only 1 out.
I saw it, dude. I don't know. I'm not going to complain. The Red Sox win the World Series all the time. Sorry.
Wow.
Fuck you, man.
Wow. That's the most level-headed response from a championship
usually I'll
fan.
complain, but I'm talking to you guys. Like, you just lost the World Series, and the Orioles are, like, the most irrelevant team of all time. So, like, I'm not going to complain.
Right, so hop off. Imagine if one of us was, like, a Braves fan or some shit. We're getting much better content because we're all relevant right now.
Like, we've all dealt with, like, last place seasons and stuff, but how do you deal with like a really, really terrible season, or being the Royals, just not even being in the playoffs for 30 years? Like, I love baseball and I love the Red Sox, but I think my interest would like go away after a while, right?
Yeah,
Well,
I would think so.
I lasted 14 straight losing seasons with the Orioles. My interest didn't go away, but I mean,
Because you didn't know anything
everybody's
else.
different. My
You're like
right, yeah.
16 years
I
old
mean,
now, so it's been all but 2 years of your life. So you're pretty in.
yeah.
But I guess I don't know. I always
have no
think about
rebuttal.
this. I'm like, would you rather be a fan of a team that's just clearly tanking and it's just ass, like preseason Braves or Reds, or would you rather be a team like the Diamondbacks, who are supposed to be threatening, sign Greinke, and then make a deal like they did for Swanson and Miller,
I
or
would
a
rather
team
be
like the
that.
Royals, like your window is supposed to be open and it's not, and you're not going to win for another 10 years.
I would rather be the team that has to build from the ground up with, going into the season with no expectations and knowing you're going to be in last place, as long as I know that they're trying to build for the future. And I kind of saw a little bit of that with the Orioles, even though the results weren't there for quite some time. I saw them trying to, plan ahead and get some stuff going. So I think I would rather be that team that's, I would rather have the opportunity to overachieve than to be the team that underachieves.
I hear that because like the last time the Red Sox were in last place in 15, like I went into that season thinking they were going to be good, and then they were buns. If I knew they were like intentionally going to be bad, I guess I could kind of deal with that.
They were
Yeah.
buns, he says.
They're
Yeah, because
booty.
I guess now, like all of us are in a position where I think losing is more depressing than winning is fun. It'd be cool to be in a spot where you're like, your team wins and you're like, fuck yeah, we won today.
Yeah, like that was me with the 2012 Orioles. I was working on the grounds crew that year, and we were on our way to our 15th straight losing season. And then all of a sudden, it's June and July, and we realize that we're still in contention. And then August and September hits, and we've got a big series against the Yankees at home in September, fighting for first place. And all of a sudden, we're in the playoffs, and it's like, how the hell? Like, where did this come from?
Oh shit. I don't. I'm speaking like I'm a Yankee fan or something. I'm a fucking Indians fan. So we had a good year last year. So now I think we're a dynasty.
Yeah, and you made that point. You said that you feel like losing is more depressing than winning is fun.
Yeah.
And I totally feel that. I mean, I expect at this point the Orioles have the best overall regular season record in the AL for the last 5 years. And I'm at that point where I'm frustrated that they're not contending for a World Series. As we have nothing to show for it, and it makes losing that much more frustrating when I know that we've got nothing to show for our recent success.
It's like you want to win. Like you guys were just saying, winning is not as nice as losing sucks. Like when the Sox won in 13, my brother and I were like, yes. Now what? Like that was it. It's over.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
when they lose, like you're depressed for like months.
I feel that
Yeah.
because the whole city here at Cleveland, with the Cavs winning the championship last year, these seasons were like, okay, well, we just did what we haven't done in 52 years. So now what do we do? Wait another 52, or are we supposed to win again? How does this work?
Yeah, my high school varsity baseball coach, not to brag, like I wasn't on varsity, but I heard him say this. But
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
he was saying like, yeah, when we won states, he was like, I was happy for about like 12 hours, and then I was like, all right, time for next year. And it's like, I guess you have to think that way, but at the same time, it's like that's kind of a depressing way to think. It's like, yeah, you won, and then within a couple of days, you're like, all right, let's win it again. Like when the Pats won the Super Bowl, I saw all the people I followed being like, all right, time for number 6. I was like, dude, you just won number 5. Like,
Yeah.
let it soak in for a little bit.
Right. That's such a Belichick mindset.
Yeah, it
I-
is, but like, don't you want to enjoy it?
I wish I could be that asshole with the Orioles. I really do.
Where like winning's just like old hat now. It's like,
Yeah, where it's like, all right, we won this one. Let's win the next one. I wish I could be in that type of position.
Nobody ever got to that position quicker than Kansas City Royals fans, by the way. I might be
Yeah.
biased because I have a beef on Twitter with the entire entire state of Kansas. They're in Kansas, right? Kind of a dumb question.
no, they're in Missouri.
I
Right.
don't
No.
know.
Well, this is dumb on all three of us.
Like,
No, I
well,
think
Kansas,
I think it's
don't know. Where is
Kansas.
Kauffman
I think
Stadium?
it's
No.
Kansas.
Kansas City is literally split.
Right, it's on the border.
Half of it's in Missouri, half of it's in Kansas City, in Kansas, and I think Kansas City is in Missouri.
Wait, what
Kauffman
did
Stadium
you just say?
Kauffman Stadium is in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah,
Really?
like, what the? That's so dumb.
That's fascinating. Wow. Okay. Well, I have a beef with the whole Kansas City half of Kansas City. But yeah,
What?
What?
you said it's split.
Yeah, but like the Kansas City half of you mean the Missouri side of Kansas City?
Well, no, because like the I assume that the majority of Royals fans are on the. This is dumb. I assume that they're part of like the Kansas half.
No, we just figured out that they're on the Missouri half.
They play
Okay,
in
the
Missouri.
Royals play in Missouri, but okay, if you head to the Missouri side of Kansas City, you're probably seeing more Cardinals fans. And if you head to the Kansas side, you're seeing more Royals fans.
Oh, I see your point. I get
Oh,
that.
thank you. So way to make me look like a dumbass for 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, it's not a good point, but I see where you're trying to get.
I sure didn't make it sound like a good one. Well, I'm in a whole beef with that whole fucking area.
I think anybody who says anything against the Royals and has a significant following on Twitter is in a beef with them. Like them and the Blue Jays. It's like fans who don't understand what's going on are like the most offensive fans.
I appreciate you calling my following significant.
You're welcome.
I do. Yeah, but they're just they're gone. It's like back to reality, Royals fans. Sorry, we'll see you in another 15 years. Is that how long it was?
Or they
don't
could
know.
just pull like a Yankees at the trade deadline and deal everybody for just a million prospects.
Yeah, baseball's weird like that now, dude. Dudes don't wait as long to get to the big leagues. You can turn your team around in 2-3 years, which is great. The more parity, the better. It sucks watching teams in the gutter for fucking decades. So, like Tampa Bay Rays, sorry, dude, but
Agreed.
I don't know.
I just don't want to see Eric Hosmer traded to a contender because I'm so tired of that dude's stupid face.
Yeah, no, him, Moustakas. The only one I don't mind from there is Lorenzo Cain. I can deal with that guy. The rest of them suck. Speaking of old Royals that I hated, did you guys know Greg Holland's on the Rockies and he just saved 11 straight games?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Just
No.
learned today. 11 straight, and I'm like, oh, I guess Greg Holland's on the Rockies.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that
have
was-
a clue.
That
But
was
I
a
did
pretty
just-
significant signing, I thought.
Oh, sure. I just, like I told you, I said this on a podcast before. I don't give a fuck about the offseason and hot stove talk. Like, I'll learn the rosters in April as I watch people do shit. That's how I learn who's where. So I just found out today, Greg Holland, Colorado Rockies. Congrats on the signing.
And I just found out that Bud Norris is closing games for the Angels now. That came out of nowhere.
The Angels?
Yeah.
I don't even think they even televise those games in Anaheim anymore.
I don't know. I was keeping tabs on the Blue Jays because I was enjoying their shitty start, and I went to like GameCast on At Bat on my phone, and I was like, oh, the Angels are up 2 in the ninth. Oh, Bud Norris is pitching. What the fuck? And there it was.
That's wild. Speaking of the Angels not getting any airtime, we were chatting about this earlier. The leader of the American League, as of like yesterday at least, American League leader in RBIs, Albert Pujols. It's we need a year check. What year is it?
2009.
It is 2009, and it's also 2017, and Albert Pujols is leading in RBIs. That's such a beautiful thing for the game and just people that love baseball, because swings like that don't fucking age, especially going through the steroid era, kind of, right? Like he was on the late end of it.
Yeah.
His name was never mentioned in any of those stupid things, was it? Not
Nope.
that I know of either. Right. So it just goes to prove it. Some swings just are good fucking swings and they don't age. Same thing with that Manny Ramirez video that's been floating around Twitter, which is actually like a year or two old video, I found out.
Yeah.
But it's fine. But yeah, dude, some swings just don't fucking age, man. If you can hit a baseball, you can hit a baseball. Your hands slow down a little bit, you adjust, but man, just a hitter.
Well, that's what Ortiz was saying at the end of last year. Like, he's like, I can still hit. He's like, I just can't fucking move. My feet are shot. So I think a lot of these guys can still hit, but it's just their body breaks down. Like, dudes like
be shot too if I was trying to support 450
right.
pounds.
Something to
Yeah.
do with him being a Sasquatch, or
He trimmed down. He was a trim man by the end. But I think if Manny didn't have to run, he could probably be in the league and hit 350. Like
I
no
think
problem.
that's why he's playing in Japan. I think that's in his contract. He doesn't have to run.
Is he in Japan? I thought he was in Korea.
I think he's in Japan.
It's the same thing.
Huh. Yeah, well,
Taiwan. I don't know.
true.
No, see, that got me all fucked up because people called me out. That home run call was in Taiwanese, which I did not know was a language. And I replied and it was like someone on Twitter with this anime Naruto, just Chinese as fuck profile picture, was like, actually, that's Taiwanese, not Japanese. And then they did like one of those anime fucking hand face signal things, like not an emoji, like straight up made out of slashes and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck you, it's Japanese.
Like the little
Yeah,
dude peeking from behind the wall
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
That's one of my. I
That's
use that one all the
exactly.
time.
That's
But
a
it was
good
like
one.
the mini version. It was like the Japanese handmade emoji.
They must just like search Twitter for people like getting languages wrong just to like tell them that they're
Right,
wrong.
because there's no chance that person ended up following me. Not a chance.
No,
Yeah.
no way. You don't like, as you said it, Naruto and baseball at the same time.
Right. I don't even know what that is, but I know it's like a Japanese cartoon thing. So that's what it was.
I don't-
It was like,
Actually, it's Taiwanese.
it was a Taiwanese fucking version of Dragon Ball Z. We'll go with
Something.
that.
That was Mario's sassy NPR voice right there.
Well, actually, if you really wanted to know the history
Right.
behind.
So there's a little lesson in world history for everybody. We loved it. And a
Uh-oh.
little lesson in geography. People are getting a ton smart by listening to this thing. Holy shit.
Ryan just got frustrated, so I'm going to see what he's frustrated
Yeah,
with. Like
Ryan
2 seconds.
Flaherty's playing left field.
Why watch the game when I can just come on Skype with you two and look at your faces?
Oh, dude, what the fuck?
See, I can laugh about it because it's 5-0 in the 8th. But if this was a close game, I probably would have hung up on you guys out of frustration.
he well, you know what? Shane's your snap story over the winter when the Indians signed Edwin was the most relatable thing ever. When you were like saying like when you got people over, but the Indians signed Edwin, and you were like fucking freaking out in your kitchen.
Thanks for watching.
You're welcome. When I watch baseball with people who don't get like why I like it so much, and I fucking hit myself in the head when something bad happens, they're like, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with this dude? Like, I get
Right.
mad. I get heated when I watch the games, and if someone's over who doesn't know why I'm like that, they'll get a little afraid.
I had that happen the other day. I was watching a softball game with Sierra, and it was when
Shout
the
out.
Yankees were
Friend of the show.
shout out Sierra. Still trying to get her to come over tonight. Anyway,
Sierra, go over.
yeah, please. So I'm watching the Yankees come back from that 9-1 deficit on my phone, and when Castro tied it at 11 in the bottom of the 9th, I literally like dropped my phone down the bleachers and like put my head in my hands, and Sierra like leaned over to a friend and was like, "He gets this way. He likes the Orioles a lot," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry."
I don't
pissed.
get like that.
Whatever.
I'm not. I think you guys are fucking weirdos for that. To be honest, I don't.
Mm.
I don't get like that. The most I get is tonight watching Trevor Bauer and just telling him fuck off and turn off the TV. That's it. I don't get too high and low.
I get really hyped, but then I also get really, really down when shit's not going my way. Excuse me.
I just
Yeah,
can't.
it's
The
something
season's so
I've been
damn
trying to
long.
work on for a while.
I just can't get
Yeah.
that way. But
I understand that.
Well, that's the best part about the
Dude,
season being so
going
long.
to a college softball.
Hey,
Yeah. Whatever.
Red Sox
What were you
score.
saying?
Congrats.
Finish your thought.
I don't
'Cause I have
remember.
something to say too.
was talking. I don't remember.
You were.
I was.
And then
Jesus
Benintendi
Christ.
singled, and you're like, "Oh yeah."
Ryan,
No,
please continue before everyone shuts this damn
I was
thing
well.
off.
I was gonna say. So I went to Sierra and I went to like we met up that night. That was the first time we met, like just to watch some game because she happened to be near the hotel.
Congrats.
And then the next day I went to see like her actual team play, and I went by myself because we had an early clinic that day, and everyone was tired. So I went by myself, and the one thing I got out of watching a college softball game by myself was, God damn, I am so sexually frustrated right now.
Jesus Christ. That's
That
not
was
where that's not where I thought that was going. I thought
That
you were
was
going to be
my-
like, wow, this shit's boring. This shit's slow. Wow.
Well, there
He
was that,
goes,
but no, like I'm watching this
there was
game
that
and I was
too.
like,
Okay.
I'm looking all across the field and I'm like, wow, there is not a single one of these girls that I would not put my dick in.
Oh my God.
I did not think that was going that way, but now that we're here, that's basically my life working at a gym. It's just like, oh my God, the entire time.
Like, oh, I want to fuck her. Well, never gonna fuck her.
Wow,
all it is.
You gotta
just-
shoot your shot, dude.
We just
Yeah.
fucking tornadoed down a rabbit hole.
Sorry, Sierra, if you listen to
Holy
this,
hell.
I'm terribly sorry.
Highly offensive. Friend of the show, we apologize.
Still love you though.
Oh, God, I don't even know how to bounce
You would-
back from that.
You would be my first choice, I promise.
Oh, Jesus,
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Let's get fucking.
Damn.
I gotta shut up now.
Let's get,
I really do.
Well, this is 26 minutes in. She might not be even listening anymore.
No.
That's true. I
chance.
doubt there are many listening. anymore.
Nobody is after that. If you're still listening to this, you got to tweet us. I have to know.
Please do.
At this point, we're so far off the rails. I wouldn't be listening.
Yeah.
I
Tweet us
stopped
so that
listening. I don't
Shane can tag me when you say I sound like McLovin.
You get the best tweets. Best
It's
tweets
actually
about.
it's funny he mentioned that because I just a few weeks before I was talking to my mom on the phone and I said, "Mom, does my voice sound like it's more nasally like to you than it has been in years past?" And she said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, shit. I don't feel different. I don't know what's going on, but my voice is getting more nasally and I guess I sound like McLovin now."
Congrats. See
You
how
were
that
treating
works.
me
See
well.
how that works out for the softball teams.
Yeah.
So back to being that like hardo fan who like gets way too excited and shit. I at the Yankee game all the way from the very tip top of the upper deck, I booed Buck Showalter when he came out to make a pitching change, and everybody in the section turned around and looked at me like I had 7 heads. And I was like, yeah, I get it, but
Yeah.
I really don't like that guy. And I'm really far away. I know he can't hear me, but I had to get that out. Sorry.
I get it. I went to
respect
my
it.
first Tribe game of the year this week. So we're like a month in, which a lot of people think is weird. I don't really go to a ton of games, and I know I might be a dickhead of a fan for that because Cleveland's attendance is just piss poor always, and even I make fun of it. But I just prefer my couch, and I guess I got other shit to do. Like, I don't know. But going downtown's fun every now and then, especially they got these 6 o'clock starts in Cleveland, which is fucking weird.
I don't get that. Why?
Yeah, I wasn't even able to get to the game till like 6:15. Well, I got downtown at 6:15. I took an Uber from my place to downtown, and the line was super long to get in, and there's just bars everywhere. So I'm like, you know what? Definitely gonna go grab a couple beers with the boys first. So we did that. Went to the game. Great time against the Astros. Hell of a series. Definitely a AL playoff preview. But yeah, first game of the year. So I probably won't go for another month, to be honest.
Wait, so you didn't go by yourself though?
I did not. What do I look like to you?
No, this is a question. Like, have you guys ever gone to a game by yourself?
No.
I go by myself all the time.
Oh
It's
my
fantastic.
god. I don't know why I'm
Dude,
shocked by these answers, but
All right, hold on. This is from the guy.
you mean
a couple-
McLovin goes to games by himself?
Yeah, dude. All right.
Color
Did you-
me
did you-
shocked.
Did you not argue with me a few weeks ago that solidarity is awesome?
Do you get horny at those games too?
Oh my no.
Look
What?
at Manny Machado's butt.
So-
I'm so frustrated.
I get
Chris
it.
Davis's biceps.
Lindor gets me that way, so I get it.
Yeah. Only Machado
Oh, what was I
And
preaching
sometimes
about
Chris Davis.
solidarity? What's this?
and JJ Hardy's eyes. You were saying when I was talking about how I was spending a lot of time in Florida just kind of walking around on my own. You were telling me that solidarity is really cool.
I'm not sure solidarity is the word you're looking for if you mean being by yourself.
Well, all right, yeah.
I think we're going to have to fact check on that, Mario.
Yeah,
Solidarity?
my bad. Wrong
Hey.
wordage.
It works, but not.
Right.
I would have chose a better word.
We're both dumb enough to understand what you meant, but you know,
Hey, now.
Uh-oh.
All
Red Sox
right,
scored.
all right.
Congrats.
Wait, what? Wait, are you ahead of me now? Did you just see Hanley?
What is going on? What the? Yeah, I
What?
actually.
You're ahead of me. Wait, what? What the hell?
How does
Hold
that
on.
happen?
What?
I went to ESPN and Hanley was
Ah.
just being Hanley, and I don't know what the fuck he was doing right there.
So hold on. All right. So the first runner scored,
Yes.
and Benintendi just stopped a second.
Yes, and Hanley went to second while Benintendi was just standing there. This is great.
Oh my
great
God.
thing.
Real smart teams you guys like there.
Wait, so
Yeah.
what? Benintendi just turned around and Hanley just kept going with no regard. for what
I
was
need to see
going
like a field shot. All right. So yeah, Benintendi is just like nope, and
You guys are giving me serious FOMO right now, so I'm about to go turn this game on. We are at 31 minutes. That was a hell of a roller coaster for 30 minutes. So I think we're gonna cut that one short.
I think that was
Before
pretty
this gets
solid.
even weirder and we say something we don't mean.
Yeah, we had a lot of other things we wanted to talk about, but honestly, I think this was better than what we planned. So shout out to us.
Shout out to us. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time.